It's your girl T here, back with the Thursday/Friday video. I know y'all are having a beautiful, blessed day because we're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of the day is, I am perfection. We are perfection. We're tea timers. So we were born perfect and we will live on this earth perfect. It's just how we roll. I wanted to discuss with you the ideology behind manifestation and how simplistic it is when you really think about it. If you think of yourself as a projector, you've heard this example before from other channels, I'm sure. You're a projector and everything in your 3D reality projects from you. If we were all watching this movie and the projector was projecting wonky, or the picture that was showing up wasn't actually the movie that we were there to see, would you go to the picture and start hitting the picture or start trying to fix the picture? Or would you go back to the projector and figure out why it's outputting that specific story? Well, obviously we would go back to the projector and see if there's something within the projector that is projecting that movie incorrectly. I don't want to say incorrectly, projecting that movie in a way that we didn't want to see. If we're the projectors, then we have to make sure that when we are looking out onto the 3D reality, we are looking at the 3D as a malleable picture that we're outputting. It is there to show us what is currently projecting from us, and when the picture is not showing us what we want to be projecting out, we go back to the projector and we correct it so that the picture can show up properly. Manifestation is all about aligning to the story that of the person who we want to be, as opposed to the person we don't want to be. And when people say everyone is you pushed out, I think that scares a lot of y'all, because you'll be like, oh, well, I made that person the way that they are, and I made that person the way that they are, and I've fallen victim to this too. That's not the true meaning of everyone is you pushed out. It means that the people in our reality are a lot of the times out pictures of things that we or stories we've been telling ourselves. And sometimes people will show up and our energies won't match. We will be energetically disaligned. And then we react to their energy because it triggers something within us emotionally, and we create a story to protect ourselves around that person. This person always hated me. They always showed up this way, hating me and being mean to me and not being fair to me. This is our brain keeping us safe. What we do in these positions is we change the story surrounding not only this person, but anybody around us, so that our projection is going to be that of something that affects everyone around us. Regardless of what this person, and this person is doing, our projection says that we are always loved, respected, and receiving the proper treatment, regardless of what these people are doing. Our projection tells the rest of the extras and the people in our movie that we are treated this way, so they have no other way to show up but treating us in the way that we are saying we're treated. And these people have no other choice but to follow the script that is coming out of our projector. The 3D is malleable, meaning it can change and shift and move according to the stories and the beliefs that we are instilling within ourselves. This is why I tell y'all, if you want to see a perfect example of manifestation, look at a child. I always reference my son, but look at any child. If they tell you that they're going to be a firefighter, a police officer, they're going to be famous for such and such, and you tell them that's not possible, they don't even register it. They're like, what are you talking about? I am a firefighter. I am a police officer. I am such and such, because they have no shake to what they believe. They take everything as Bible. They look at their reality as working for them, not against them. They get to be whoever they say they get to be because they said so. There's no vetting. There's no I have to do this before I can be who I want to be. It's just I am who I say I am because that's the way it is. This is how we first arrived on the earth. We believed anything was possible. We were limitless. We were able to do anything that we said we could do because we didn't have the interference of false narratives coming in from around us. And we didn't create any non-serving story from events that happened in our reality. We were pure, we were whole and complete because we were born thinking that we were whole and complete. So everything that we're doing in manifestation is returning us back to that place of feeling healthy, whole, and complete, just the way we are, just how we were created, just the way we showed up on this earth. So when you guys are stuck in a loop of thinking you need to fix yourself, you don't deserve things until you get to X point, you have to do this or you can't bring in your manifestation, that is not true. You can bring in your manifestation today. The point of what we're doing with manifesting is gently reminding ourselves on a daily basis of who we are, of who we came here to be, figuring out what our gift is to offer the world, and living in that wish fulfilled. So anytime in your 3D reality where you see circumstances that aren't favorable to you, gently remind yourself of the story of who you are. Don't look at changing that person or event. Look at who you are being in that moment. Am I showing up as the person that's successful, that has everything that they want, that is financially free or whatever you're stating that you are? Or am I showing up as somebody that's being triggered, that's being agitated because something about this circumstance, this person's energy is triggering something inside of me? You have to keep gently pushing yourself back to the place where you are whoever you say that you are, because you were born out of love. You were sent to this planet to be love and to share your gifts and fruits with all the people around you. You weren't sent here to struggle, live in lack, look at what your faults are, hope and pray that things show up for you. You were sent here to be a limitless, amazing person. So from today forward, it's 2024, you're limitless, you are perfect the way you are, and everything that you want has already been created, so you already have your manifestations. As Neville says in the Barbados example of when he went to Abdullah, who was his mentor, and he was trying to get to Barbados, and every time he asked Abdullah a question about Barbados and how he felt like he wasn't in it, Abdullah would say to him, "You're in Barbados," and slam the door. Abdullah was the type of man, it was back in the day when black people weren't allowed in certain establishments and what have you. He would walk into every establishment and sit down in the best area in the restaurant. He would walk around like he was King Tut. He had no wavering with who he was. He believed he was a king and he lived his life that way. That's why Neville emulated him. You are here to be the person you say you are supposed to be. You're that person now. There's no waiting, there's no hoping, there's no fixing. You are who you say you're supposed to be now. And whatever happens around you is just old thoughts and beliefs filtering out. You are who you say you are now. And if you feel out of alignment with the person that you say you're supposed to be, go for a walk. Start scripting your story over and over. Take a bath. Eat something that you love. Do whatever it does to stay in alignment with the person that you say you are, and you will see your world around you shift. I was talking to my bestie, and she's starting to realize that when she thinks about something and she's convicted in it, it just happens. This is how powerful our brains are. It's set up to take whatever you say to it as fact. So if you are focusing your attention in a convicted way on what you want day in and day out, you're gonna get what you want. I promise you that. I love y'all, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Friday. Bye.